Okay, let's go and get started on a set of drawings for all this. So open up a new drawing sheet and just like anytime, go and edit this, change it to A size paper, and again this is so it's 8.5 by 11 inches. We can print out a normal printer. We're going to delete out the ANSI large. We're going to put in instead with your title blocks ANSI A, so it's a much smaller title block. It doesn't take up as much space. Go to your base, and we need to make sure, if it looks like mine, that for file types you want all inventor file types. And we'll put in the, let's go with the short rail first. This is way too big, so let's see what half scale looks like. Half scale looks doable. We'll use this. And here, we'll just put it in to where we have a front view, a top view, and actually, let's go ahead and create that just like it is. We have a slightly different view we're going to use as well. Let's go projected. Well, here, it'll be good to show this. Because this little cutout I can't see here, and I can't see it all here. Let's do one more view. Let's do a projected view of this. So we'll click it up there. And I think that all these little hidden lines we have in here looks kind of messy. So if we double click on the front view picture, we can uncheck the hidden lines removed. And yeah, there we go. Now it's much easier to see. Cool. So now let's go to annotate, dimension, and we want to get the overall dimensions. So let's say how tall all of this is, 2.5. The entire length of this, which is 10.25. And then I need to pick a datum, so this looks as good as any. And again, if this doesn't end in a 5 or a 0, it's probably not right. So we're going to go back and modify this to say, oh, there it is, 9.125. So we'll have it go out to 3 places after the decimal. Okay, again using that same datum. And again, that doesn't end in a 5 or a 0, so I know something's wrong. There we go. So that's all the width that we need. I am going to throw in a little thing for the angle, so do not click on any of the green dots. You instead want to click on the line, and yeah, let's go with this one here. So between those two that are showing up in blue, and show it's a 135-degree angle, which means that this is actually a 45-degree angle inside of here. You don't have to show that though. That's just for your reference. Okay, I should probably have thickness of all this. We can get that right here. So 0.75 and 0.56. Well, that doesn't seem right. That's supposed to be 0.5625. That's 4 after the decimal. Right up here, 0.19. That doesn't seem right either. 0.1875. So that's another 4 after the decimal. Oh, that didn't take, did it? Oh, we changed the tolerance. We don't have any tolerances on this. We have no tolerances at all right now. There we go. Let's drag these out a little so you can see them better. Maybe. Hey, get over here. Thank you. You too. And that one. Awesome. Alright. What else are we dimensioning? Well, with this view, I'm going to call this bottom part here the datum. That number doesn't look right. That goes out 4. Let's call that another datum, which means this will look better if we pull it out just a bit, maybe up some too, where they're not running into each other. Okay, get a little bit of detail over here on this side. I know that this is 1/4 of an inch up, and it's important to note that this is a dimension made from the table saw itself. Is the width of the blade on the table saw is 0.125. So I'm not going to give that a datum because we're not dimensioning that. We're just saying how far up that is and then showing, yeah, it's a 1/4 inch blade thickness that we need. Anytime you have a circle or a curve or something that's half a circle, we want to put in a center point, and that's also so we can dimension up to it. So let's put that in there. We should probably also put in what the radius of that guy is. And there's another 0.1875, so let's change that to 4 after the decimal. That looks pretty good. And like I said, this one isn't super important. We could have got away with just the top, front, and side view, but I did want other people to know that there is something going on up here. You can't see that from here or here. You can see it from this back piece, kind of. Kind of. Alright, so let's throw in another base view. Whoa, not you. Get out of there. This is what, the short rail? Long rail. I forget what we did. I think this is the long rail. Nope, I bet it was the short rail. You know what? Heck with it. I'm just going to click on this view here for the front view, go to projected. It was the short rail, look at that. Alright, create, double click it. Let's make it shaded. Okay, put in my name here. Mr. all caps, Mr. Thorne. Short rail. And we said the scale on this guy was a half scale. Let's add a new sheet onto here. Now if we have the short one, we should probably put on the long rail. See if half scale is still appropriate. Yeah, it looks alright. We have the front, we have the side, we have the top. Just like before, I'm going to make a projected view of the top. Create that one right up there. Let's also go and create a projected view of this. I have to make it tiny size though. Shrinky size me. That's already at a half. Let's see what a quarter looks like. Shaded. Yeah, that'll fit. Cool. Put that in right. It's too close to the edge. That looks better. Alright. So that's what the whole thing looks like. You can see the dado there. That looks good. We'll put in the same dimensions we had last time. There's the overall width. We're picking the same datum we had from before. And 6 doesn't look right, so we have to include 4 after the decimal. .19 is supposed to be 0.1875, so put in 4 after the decimal. Okay, then we have height of this is still 1/4 of an inch. Table saw blade is still 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. We need to annotate this so we have a center mark, and we know how far up to the center mark that's supposed to be. Again, I'm trying to keep all my dimensions in between views here. Probably a good idea to throw in some size dimensions. So overall size on this. .19. I know that doesn't look right. Let's go 4 after for 1875. Use the same datum. Come back up to the top. That looks good, but running out of room a little bit. Let's scoot that over. Let's scoot both of these up. There we go. Now we're not running into the title block. That's important. Okay, then we need some size dimensions in here. For length, we have 14. Let's pick this as our datum. And it's supposed to be 12 point something. 875, that's 4 after. Oh man, went over there. We'll just grab it and bring it back in, double click it, make sure this is showing 3 after the decimal, so it shows the 125. I'm going to dimension this angle again as 135 degrees. That looks good. Almost forgot to dimension the radius on this. 0.1875. Yep, that looks good. 4 of those. Let's see if there's anything that we missed. Don't believe so. This looks pretty good. Let's put in our name. This is a long rail. tells you right there. Check that out. Scale on this is still half. And let's add a new sheet. Place fuse, new sheet. Okay, base. And we have the long rail and the short rail. Let's go ahead and put in a handle. And let's see here. How about we go with we want this view. So you can do left or right. It's symmetric, so it really shouldn't matter. I'll make that top one shaded. And make sure you tell me that you did this part right. Whoa, not that. Distance between these two lines. 11.25. Cool. Let's use that as a datum. I want you to show me that you went in a ½ inch there, that you went in a ½ inch here. And just for kicks, I would like to know how far over some of these are. And yeah, we weren't very specific with this, were we? We have a circle, so we want to dimension this, but put in our center mark first. I want you to show me that the outside diameter of this, what the finished outside diameter was, and that this inside bit here, not that, I don't care about that. Show me that this one here is a ½ inch. That better be a ½ inch. If it's not, you need to go back and fix it. The other sizes will vary, and on my original drawing that I was showing to you guys, I had a note on there as well. Where is it? Sheet 5 maybe? Wow. Dimensions will vary. Let's go and put that on yours as well. Dimensions will vary. Put your name on it. Handle. Okay. Let's see here. What other drawings do we need? We had the long rail, the short rail. The leg we're going to wait on. We'll put that in towards the end. Yeah, this is going to be an easy one. Let's put that in. Handle support. So let's go back to place fuse and new sheet. Base. Search for it. There's our handle support. We have both a left and a right, but they're mirrored images of each other. We'll go with the right. Looks like the hole's facing up on that. Let's get a top view so we can see that hole. Double click this, make it shaded. This would be a really nice one to have a full size. Let's see if it fits. Yeah. So now, whatever you drew, you can cut this out, paste it onto your block of wood, and you're ready to go. You could actually use this to make your drawing. So that's pretty cool. Let's go back to annotate. Let's make a center mark here. I'll have it extend out. I want to see that this distance is 2.75. This distance, 0.587. I don't know how relevant that is. What I have on here. Oh, not that one. What I have here. No, we don't need to know that. I need to know how big it is, though. And that it's 0.75 thick. Refer to pattern for dimensions, mirror hole placement for support. I'm just going to copy paste this. You guys don't need to see me typing. That's a waste of video space. Alright, short rail right here. Text, click, paste. Note, refer to the pattern for dimensions, mirror hole placement for other support. Let's delete this dimension. You don't need it. Let's make sure you have this dimension. You do